Hi, Facebook world. This is Chad Newman, General Manager at Ballard's Bowling Academy, and I'm here with the boss, Carolyn Dorn-Ballard. And she spent a little time in the pro shop today. We're making a little adjustments to her game, and one of the things we're working on is your grip. Why don't you tell everyone about some of the changes we're making and what made you at least come in and think it's time to make those adjustments?
Well, one of the things I felt like I've been struggling with is the fact of, my feel, number one. And I just was not consistently getting out of the ball the same way each time. So the very first thing we did is we messed with my thumb pitch a little bit.
We did.
The very funny thing about this was this past year I had a little forward and to the left.
You had a quarter forward and a 16th left is what we were using all year.
Perfect. Which at first got me out of the ball kind of quick, but what it tended to do was keep me in the ball a little bit too long, and I was getting more on the side of it, and I did not have productive ball roll at all.
Made it a little quick
And
off the spot
absolutely.
for you, and a lot of the crisper back ends and a lot of the tighter patterns. Right?
And tended to give me, honestly, what I always saw as over-under, but it really wasn't there. So the very first thing we did was we actually went back to what I used to use, which was a lot more forward and back to the palm.
We did.
Which allowed the ball to sit on the palm of my hand, which I absolutely love, because I love for the ball to roll off the V here, as we say, and my callus right here. And now I actually have that feel, and I believe I am, and I'm going to guess here, but Chad will back me up. I believe I am 5/16 forward and a quarter to the right.
We are actually at an 8 to the right now. We're pretty close. We tried a quarter. We thought that was a little too much. It made you hang a little bit, so we backed that back off to an 8. And we found that sweet spot. So it does take a little test and tuning. It's not exactly a cut and dry science. You know, you do need to try some slightly different grips, and whether you're coming to us or your pro shop operator at home, get that expert advice and be willing to work with them and try a little bit, as it is a feel thing at that point. You know, both grips weren't rubbing. You weren't having any blistering or anything there, but you were looking for a little bit of different ball roll and a little different position at the bottom. You're also working with Dell on the lanes to clean that up a little bit.
The other thing it did was, the great thing was, we spent a couple of hours doing this, and I'm going to show everybody, thank goodness Turbo came out with my favorite color in the switch grip. So we were able to just label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how many we did. I did not know the pitches that I was throwing. So when we finally decided on the one I liked, it just so happened to be in the red outer, which is my favorite color, by the way, FB World. So it really helped, because I was able to just put the thumbs in and out, and it was easy to work them out, and it made a 2-hour process much quicker than it could have been in the old days when we're trying to whittle our thumbs. So
a lot of times as the bowler, when you're also involved with the numbers part of it and the fit, you've read this, or you kind of have a tendency, well, I used to use that and it did this. Instead of with the blind test, you were able to just go by feel and actually give yourself honest feedback, and you were quite honestly a little bit shocked, because you thought we went a little bit more right than we did, and we backed that off, and that was the one that you fell in love with.
Absolutely.
You found that out. One thing we also did was we lengthened your span a 16th as well from what we had. I believe we had tried some pitch changes in the fingers so that relieve a little bit of pressure there. You felt like you were missing it at the bottom a little bit, and we found that it was actually a little bit of extra length. This puts you just a hint long from a textbook measurement, but with the extra away pitch, and again, just a hint, not per se long,
not a lot,
but with that extra pitch away, it was able to give you that feel on the lanes that you were looking for as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We tried to go back under or towards the palm, what I used to have years ago, and that definitely did not feel right. I still had a little achiness in the pad of this middle finger, which is the finger that, honestly, the way I throw the ball, I've always felt this finger. I have never felt this finger. So what we did was we went back to the original pitches I was using with the away and lengthened the span to 16th. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but with age comes flexibility, and it really did make a difference. It just allowed that ball to sit in the palm of my hand and actually allowed me to feel the pads on my fingers just a little bit and get a little bit more of that consistent roll. And the very first thing that I really noticed was I wasn't grabbing and coming over the top of it, and my misses weren't left all the time. Now I'm actually rolling the ball off my hand once again, and yes, I might miss, but it's more to the right, and I'm still, though, catching it just that little bit at the bottom, which has given me a lot better pin reaction.
All right, well, good deal. So, all of you guys, if just remember, every year or so, check with your pro shop operator. Hands change, especially if you bowl as many games as Carolyn does. It's not just about age; it is about usage as well.
True.
So, hands aging a little faster than everything else. So, make sure that you stop in, check with your pro shop operator, and get that grip checked.